number one spot, we've got our two main characters. We have our male protagonist, Jason, and we have our female protagonist, Lucia. The footage I've seen of Jason, he's a white male who wears kind of like a red backwards cap. Obviously, they're going to have multiple different outfits, and Lucia being a Latina female, we see her in a couple of different outfits, a pair of jeans, and even a dress. Now, one thing that's interesting is Jason. He seems to have a special ability in recognizing valuable loot. There's a scene where he's actually in a store and his ability was activated, and most of the screen became kind of desaturated, like black and white, but a lot of the items in the store were glowing. So I don't know if this gives us any details on Jason's background, that he's a thief from the past or has an eye for valuable loot. I'm kind of thinking like Nathan Drake, something along those lines, but those are our two main characters. They're almost certainly going to have unique abilities. Number two, it looks like the player is going to be able to carry guns on their backs. Just a little bit of speculation here. I wonder if that only means we get like 2 rifles, 2 pistols per person, like in RDR2. However, it does look like each character has their own individual inventories, but also a shared inventory system too. So for example, when collecting loot, it said Jason assault rifle 1 times, and then it said shared rocket ammo times 5. So it looks like there will be individual inventory and shared inventory. It also looks like guns are no longer picked up automatically. There was text on the screen that says press X to pick up assault rifle. So it looks like some weapons are also supported by a strap on the player's back, indicating that you will be able to carry them. So that's kind of cool. It also seems like NPCs and players can hold their guns sideways. That'd be a new feature. In some clips, Jason was holding his rifle sideways and turning it in the air. There's also an NPC that shoots back at Jason. He's holding his pistol sideways, so this could be a cool feature. It also looks like the weapon wheel has been changed too, with more slots for different things, like a duffel bag, medicine, a health kit, body armor. We've seen Rockstar try to make adjustments to the weapon wheel system in GTA Online. It wouldn't be surprising if we see sort of an overhaul when Grand Theft Auto 6 arrives. Gunshots seem to be way more realistic now, imitating sort of a forensic behavior, where it'll move in like the opposite direction of the projectile, like it would in reality. There's also new animations like going prone and characters bracing in shootouts, and even an animation called overdose, so I'm assuming that would be for various drugs and whatnot. There's also animations referencing horses and horse riding. This is one of the things that was cut from GTA 5, but obviously very predominant in Red Dead Redemption 2, so it wouldn't be shocking to see that be introduced into the game. The number 10 spot, there is a lot of enterable interiors that I've noticed so far. A lot with beautiful lighting, like the nightclubs. The minimap also adjusts when you enter in interiors. It looks like the normal minimap, but it shows the inside of the building, but yet still showing the roads outside. It's different than GTA 5, where it's just zoomed in on the interior. And there's also open interiors like the motel, metro station, restaurants, pawn shops. The idea of pawn shops is interesting because maybe we'll be able to sell stolen goods, supermarkets, and even references of functional elevators. We'll be talking about more of the locations and the map in a future video, but I wanted to talk about more of the features that I noticed in this one today. It seems like Rockstar are also bringing back a lot of features from RDR2. One of them is the ability to interact with NPCs. There's a menu like RDR2 that pops up and gives you the option to communicate. There's also something called VERT, which I think is short for virtue, which might kind of behave like the honor system in RDR2. So I like that. The dialogue system and the honor system, those were both great features of RDR2. Just like RDR2, it looks like you'll also have the ability to carry dead bodies on your back. This will just be a useful feature brought back over. Moving over to the vehicles, there was a scene where a car interior was shown, and there was a debug menu where essentially anything could be adjusted. From the height of the rear view mirror angle to the steering wheel, there was a lot of things that you could do, and even when you enter a car, there appears to be a menu that says tap D-pad on the left to access the vehicle control menu. So it looks like this is going to be visible for the players, and you're going to have a lot of options when customizing your car. And even when you enter the car from the passenger side, the character does this sort of crawl over to the driver's seat. It looks a lot faster and smoother than sitting in the passenger seat first and then shuffling over to the driver's side, which is what we see in GTA 5. Now we're going to move into some rapid-fire features that I've noticed. NPCs are now different heights and will also feature varying body shapes. This is nice because in GTA 5 they do roughly all look the same rather than just being male or female. They're going to be like real-world people. That's kind of cool. Ragdoll features have also vastly improved. And when performing a robbery, there's actually a time on the top of the screen. It says time until cops dispatched and then cops arriving. I wonder if this will be used during gameplay or if it's just used for Rockstar to adjust the timing of these events. Speaking of cops, there's a handful that we saw the police will do. They'll actually pull you over. They'll conduct DUI tests, which is interesting because there's essentially no consequences for drinking and driving in GTA. But now, if you get pulled over, there might be consequences for that. They'll also search your car, and they remember your vehicle model plate. So I wonder if the San Andreas respray to escape is making a comeback. There's going to be several instances of random events like car crashes, street races, people doing burnouts, drug trafficking, people getting mugged, gang wars, all that sort of stuff. It looks like there's also going to be the ability to rob shipping containers by drilling various locks, something that Rockstar just introduced in the Criminal Enterprises DLC here in GTA Online. It looks like the player is now going to have the ability to tie people up as sort of like a hostage situation. There's actually one scene where Lucia actually puts zip ties on the hostage in the diner scene. I'm sure many of you guys have actually seen that footage. Apparently there's going to be a handful of RPG elements too, like food, drink, sweat, fatigue, and even animal taming. There also is a lot of mountain bike ramp references and even city bike renting like you might see in your city around the world, like those little scooters that you can rent and whatnot. It also looks like there's a lot more boat damage that's going to happen. Looks like this will carry over from RDR2. The physics looked really good there. It also looks like clothing physics have been improved too. That's something that I've really wanted to see. Rockstar did a good job with that in RDR2. Small robberies are definitely in full detail with NPCs reacting to everything going on, where cops are going to surround the place without entering blindly. And there's also a list of dynamic world events like missing tourists. Apparently there's a Bonnie and Clyde mystery. There's a workout challenge, so it looks like working out is going to be confirmed. There's going to be a yard sale with multiple locations, a bunch of easy score locations like cash and carry, body shops, stuff like that you'll be able to rob. There's a couple of self-injury dynamic events, so think of like insurance scams. There's a voice in the storm drain, which might be like a Pennywise reference. We're going to be able to go fishing, and there's multiple basketball courts, which suggests basketball could be returning, although we have those in GTA 5, and that was not added to the game. So just because you see something doesn't necessarily guarantee that it is going to be here 100% of the time. Now, a few more gameplay features that I noticed. It looks like our players are going to be able to take hostages as human shields in the diner when Lucia ties up a man. You can also loot bodies and carry them. The player can also shoot while swimming, which would honestly be a new one. And then we kind of have a list of weapons revealed so far, including a knife, pistol, pump-action shotgun, grenade, flashbang, Molotov, fire bottle, smoke grenade, a spear gun, which sounds fun, the compact SMG, micro SMG, assault rifle, hunter sniper, bolt-action sniper, a golf iron, a golf driver, a golf putter, wedge, baseball bat, pool cue stick, and crowbar, and then various equipment that we have. A torch flashlight, binoculars, tracker jammer, immobilizer bypass, auto dialer, USB lock, lockpick, slim jim, and then the last one is a cutoff tool, which might be for zip ties to handcuffs, something along those lines. But from the about 90 plus videos that have leaked so far, those are about 50 of the big-time features that I have noticed from GTA 6. I'd love to hear from you guys, though, in those comments down below. If you've obviously seen any of the footage, let me know in those comments down below if you know of any other features that I think worth mentioning. I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.